See, I put my foot on them and they're just sliding away from me. No matter how tight we put them on, it's just, and that while on my trip going back east with CVMA, my uncle was nice enough to give me some highway pegs, and I thought I never needed them. I thought I was okay, and actually I was. And the way I would stretch out is I would just push myself up to the back seat. That's how I'd stretch my legs out. But he had these extra ones, and we ended up putting them on, and they were a little loose. See, I put my foot on them and they're just sliding away from me. No matter how tight we put them on, it's just, and that one's just way too high. So you can see now, just with my foot on it, it's just pointing outward. And believe me, it was a few of us, but we tighten those things as tight as they can go. I'm sure you all have, so someone's gonna put in the comments, just do this or do that, which will be great. It'll be good information. So go ahead and leave any suggestions. It may help someone else out, or maybe I'll end up putting these back, depending on how the other ones work out. And then later down the road, tighten them back up, and they are comfortable. It's great to have them on there now. I'm hooked. The only problem is, even if you see them now, they still move. They just slide left and right. So I think my uncle really was just selling me the idea of foot pegs, so we're gonna change them out. And I want to share with you the ones I now have, and we'll go through and install one together, and I think you guys will like them. So let me share those with you. So here we are. You can see the foot pegs, which are awesome to have now. They move. As soon as I put some weight on it, they just shift. We've tightened these up as tight as we can take them. So when I put my foot on there, it's I really can't use them because of that. Same thing on this side. They just move around really easy. Thanks to my uncle, now I'm hooked on them. When I was able to put my foot on them, it was staying still for a little bit, and I noticed the big difference of having these. Now I'm gonna change them. Let me show you what I have. So this is Kemimoto. They sent this to me, and it looks like they make a lot of products here for sports bikes, cruisers, UTVs, ATVs, and even boats. But for now, it's the foot pegs that we're looking at. It's very nicely packaged. I like that they give you all the tools here. And here we go. These look very well made. So I gotta read the instructions on how to put them on. But just looking at them, this has a good, so your foot shouldn't slip off of this. I like that they're chrome. And now that I'm getting my fingerprints all over it. Well, this must go something like that. But they look really nice. And there you go. They're packaged very well, so you don't have to worry about it if it's gonna break or scratched. And I'll have a link for these. You don't have to get them in chrome, from what I understand. So let's install these. Here's the product installation document. It may seem straightforward, but I've never put one together before, so this is going to help me. Alright everyone, so I took some time to go through these instructions, and initially I was looking at this like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to put all this together. So I'm really making sure I have all the parts. And then basically you only have 3 steps. Or 4 steps, I should say. The nice thing is, this is everything. You already have the tools. And here's the washers and the bolts. And it's looking to be very simple so far. So this is the one I'm going to mount on the right side. So you just wrap it around your crash bar. This is going to go in the middle. I would say the toughest part is making sure everything stays together as you're going to put the bolts on. So even though the instructions even show you how to put this together and this whole assembly, it's already there. Once it's wrapped around, then you put this in here and bolt it down. So this is going to go on the right hand side, and then you can adjust it. So the instructions are basically just to put this piece together. All this bracket is already put together. To adjust it, you just loosen this bolt here and you can move it around and then tighten it down where you like. And the same thing goes here. You can loosen this up the way you like, but you can move this one to takes a little more force, but that's how you put your peg up and down. So let's see if we can do this without any help. So let's go ahead and install these. It probably would have been a good idea if I had a marker or a zip tie or something to kind of mirror what I had before. I didn't have any of that, or some kind of tape. So this is the middle piece they suggest to be in the middle. They don't suggest, it's in their instructions. So put it in here. This is what I think is probably not that hard, but could be. See, it just falls because you got to hold this, put this in here, and then drive a bolt while trying to hold that rubber piece. Let's give it another shot. All right, got it again. I wish there was a way that it would just snap in here and just stay. I'm sure there's a reason why they don't. This is probably the challenging part. Once you've got this on, I think we're gonna be okay. So now it doesn't close all the way, so you're gonna have to hold on to it. We learned by dropping it the first time. Go ahead and line this up the way you want it. And the nice thing is they provide the tools. Just want to get it on there and then we'll adjust it. So not too tight at first. So what I think it's going to be, it's going to go like this. Just make sure not to drop the centerpiece. So it's just trying to adjust it to wherever you think you're going to need it. And there you go. And this is going to go up, which I like how they go this way. It looks like that would be right to me. So tighten this up a little more. And then up. Maybe like that, right? What do you think? Yep, I think so. And all you have to do is tighten it down over here. Which, again, it's nice that they give you the Allen wrenches to do it. Let me go grab it. All right, there's two of them. Smaller one is for this one. Just tighten it down where you think you're gonna want it. I'm sure I'm probably gonna be adjusting it more. This is all personal preference. How long is this gonna take to do? It's really up to you. There we go. That's pretty tight there. And then this one. That seems pretty tight there. And then up and down. Like this one, I'm already shaking it and I haven't even, it's not moving at all. I'm trying to make it go this way and it's not moving, maybe a little bit, but much different than my other one, which is still on the other side. Let me show you. So here's the old one still. Look how easy that moves. I like to look at how far does it stick out, because it's going to be very important for me to have it up as I'm lane splitting, and that will line up right to the rear bags, so it's a mental note that I have plenty of room. Oh yeah, that's good. That's going to be comfortable. Alright, now we just do the left one. So I just want to show you the one on the right side of the screen. This is the old one, and that's already folded up. And here's the Kemimoto one on the left side of the screen. And I really like how much they tuck in, because having this out is just something else I have to think about when I'm lane splitting, or honestly when it's in the garage. My wife's already bumped into this older one with her leg. From the front, you can't even really see it. It's hidden behind the crash bar. So let's change out the other one. All right, they're both installed now. The last one went by a little easier since I had to learn on this one. But once you got one, the other one on really quick. I would say the longest is just adjusting it to where you're comfortable with it, and the nice thing is you can loosen them up and tighten them back up, and very similar to probably a lot of other highway pegs. But I really like the way these just tuck in when they're in the up position, especially because my garage on one side is tight, and that's how they look when they're down. Now we're gonna go take it for a ride. Alright, so here we are on the test ride. As you can see, they look pretty even, but I really like the way they're tucked in. They're really close to the motorcycle, and so far no complaints. I think the one thing that's going to take the longest is just your own setup. How do you like it? Is it the right height? And these foot pegs can actually move around quite a bit. The other ones I had before, they would actually move around. By the time we look down, they've shifted quite a bit. So I've already put them down, as you can see. This is actually really comfortable. And honestly, I got them on the first try. I'm very comfortable the way they are. At first glance, they seem like they would be a little off for me in terms of comfort, because the way they dip to the left, but it actually is very comfortable, as your foot naturally your toes would stick out. So far so good. I am definitely going to be keeping these on, and I'll keep you all posted on how they perform long term. Quality of the metal seems good. They don't move like the other ones. I would put my foot on the other ones and they'd slowly start shifting. Another thing to keep important on the left side is the first time we put on those other foot pegs, the previous ones, when I was shifting, the tip of my boot was hitting it. So just as a tip, when you're trying these on, make sure you can shift correctly, or move your foot around the way you would when you shift. So when you go and move your foot up and down, right here my foot was catching it, so you see the tip here. Make sure your foot can move the way you like to shift. So don't just test where it's comfortable while you're in the garage installing them. And that would be a good check. Just move your foot around the way you would shift before you go out and hit the road and realize that you can't shift. I learned that the hard way. That's why I want to share that with you. I didn't test it that way. and I had to move my foot in and out, back and forth, just so I can shift. Let's try this again. For me, it's something to still get used to, but that is very comfortable. All right, here we go again. Up. Very comfortable. Yeah, I could see riding like this for a while. Even if I lean forward, it just allows you to stretch out a little bit more. I think this is the perfect size for me. I know some people will probably want a bigger pad, but this allows me to move my foot back and forth, stretch it. So I have to say I'm pretty happy with these. I will keep them on here, and I will be very honest with you all on how they're performing, if there's any issues. Down below you'll find the links, one that you can buy from Amazon directly or directly from the vendor. If you buy from the vendor directly, there's also a discount code that will be provided. Feel free to click on either one of them. Kemimoto was nice enough to offer to send these to me so I can try them out and give an honest review. Other than that, I don't make anything on any of the links, so it's up to you if you want to get them or not. So far, I have to say things are good and no complaints. Leave me a comment below if you have these foot pegs. Let me know what you think about them. These are the first ones I ever installed myself, and it was pretty simple. And I appreciate you guys watching. Take care and stay safe.